Hi, in this video we're going to talk about preparing to use your pendulum for channeling. So there are two things you want to prepare. You want to prepare, actually there are three things. You want to prepare your pendulum, you want to prepare yourself, and you want to prepare your space that you will be using to practice. So first let's talk about preparing your pendulum. Many people like to clear or cleanse their pendulum by placing it outside under the light of a full moon. That's a really good idea. I have done that before. Some people will put their pendulum in a little bowl of salts. You have to be careful about that because if your pendulum is made of any types of metals anywhere, those salts can corrode the metals. So I don't necessarily recommend salts, and I don't recommend putting your pendulum in water either unless you're sure there are no metal bits to it at all that could rust. You can, however, smudge your pendulum, burn some sage around it to clear the energy, to prepare it for your own energy. You can also use palo santo to clear that energy. I like to, in addition, hold the pendulum between my palms and just take a few breaths and connect with it, allowing for my energy to sort of blend with the pendulum. This is after, of course, I have cleared it. Once you bring it home from the store or you've received it in the mail or as a gift, you will want to cleanse it so that you can start with a clear, clean slate. I also teach in my classes holding the pendulum next to your heart and even dancing around with it. It's a beautiful way to connect with it and infuse it with your energy. So how do you prepare yourself for your pendulum practice? To prepare yourself to practice with your pendulum, you are going to want to do a grounding and a centering technique or meditation. This will just allow for you to release any energy that you might have absorbed that does not serve you in the highest way, so that you can enter into the practice space with a clear and clean, open heart and connection to spirit and to the highest vibrational loving energy that you have access to. You can find any of these meditations that satisfy this on YouTube. You can use something that I really like to use is called the heart coherence meditation technique, and that is taught by the Heart Math Institute. Basically, you bring your heart and your mind into coherence, into harmony with one another so that no energy is wasted and you are able to have that clear access and openness. It's about cultivating a positive feeling as well. You can find that on the Heart Math Institute page. Now, how do you prepare your physical space to use your pendulum? You'll want it to be clear of clutter. So you'll want to have a space in your home, a table or an area where you will be ideally uninterrupted and undistracted. You will not want to have any devices or phones around that can ping or ding or have electromagnetic fields or anything that might be disruptive or distracting to you. Ideally, also, you will have some sacred objects around. I like to keep my crystals. I have my mala beads here. I have feathers. I have my crystal ball, of course. But whatever is significant to you, it might be photographs of beloved ancestors. It might be trinkets of some sort or pieces of jewelry that are significant that are maybe handed down by ancestors that you love. Create a little bit of a sacred space that you will want to enter that is not going to become cluttered, and keep that space for your pendulum practice. I also do recommend that you clear that space with sage or palo santo or sage spray. And a lot of people do like to light a candle when they are working with their pendulum to just invoke the presence of spirit and to create that nice warm glow that candles, of course, offer. So that assists you with preparing your pendulum, yourself, and your space for starting to work with your pendulum. And in the next video, we are going to talk about how to get yes and no responses with your pendulum.